Good morning and welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. This is your full moon lunar eclipse in Libra reading for the 25th of March 2024. So let's do some cards and see what the cards want to tell us for this full moon lunar eclipse. So we're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and as always I'm going to use the my El Goliath shadow deck. So let's see, what do we need to know? What do we need to know for the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra happening on Monday the 25th of March 2024? Messages from Spirit please for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies, these full moon lunar eclipse in Libra energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so a bit of chaos and conflict going into the eclipse. Next card is breathe. I think that's sort of a wise wise advice for us. Okay, then we've got higher power. Okay, definitely connect to higher power. And then we've got a fork in the road. Okay, so, I mean, this is tying into the reading that I've just done for Sunday the 24th of March. That energy going into this full moon lunar eclipse. It feels quite chaotic, lots of conflict, because the moon forms an earth trine to Uranus in Taurus. And then we also have the moon forming an opposition to Neptune in Pisces. This is leading up to the full moon lunar eclipse. So, you know, we've got chaos and conflict. We've got illusion and delusion and sort of not really knowing, not being able to sort of get a grip on anything. Everything feels elusive. And is this right? Can I believe this? Sanity and insanity, or, you know, enlightenment versus escapism. Can I trust this? Maybe we don't know what we can trust. Okay, and the cards are advising you to connect to the higher power. Go higher with Neptune in Pisces energy. Okay, connect to your higher self, and connect to your sense of self as well for any sort of decisions that you need to make. Are you going to go round and round in the same patterns, or are you going to release the things that are causing the chaos and the conflict and holding you in a lower vibration? Okay, so that those cards feel very, very pertinent to the energies as we go into this lunar eclipse. So let's do some tarot and see what the cards want to tell us. So what do we need to know about the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra happening on the 25th of March 2024? Messages from Spirit please for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate this full moon lunar eclipse in Libra energy for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so we have the sun, the beams of life. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Indian henna mother. We have the Page of Swords, the sword-bearing sister. We have the Strength card, the Lion and the Cobra. And we have the Star, the Cosmic Guide. So if you haven't seen the reading for Sunday the 24th of March, We have the Queen of Pentacles in the same position, and we had the Star in the same position as we've got coming out in this reading. Okay, clarifies. We've got the Eight of Swords, the imprisoned bear. We've got the Death card, the metamorphic moth. Death card came out in that reading as well. We've got the Lovers, the alchemical heart. Okay, very apt for a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. What's going on in the subconscious? We've got the Knight of Cups, the brother of the wild. We've got the Four of Cups, the wandering mind. The sacred fire, the rebirth in bonfire. The Six of Pentacles, the sacred white scale ball. The King of Wands, the glowing white stag. See if we hear. Oh. We've got more coming on. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, just move these round. We've got the Two of Swords, the blind seal. We've got the Sage, the purity. We've got the Six of Wands, the old Goliath hive. We've got Justice, the doves of equality. We've got the Hermit, the inner master. We've got the Expansion, the shedding snake. Okay. Yeah, that feels right. Just checking. Okay, so where we find ourselves. So we've got the sun, the beams of life. This is, the energy I'm getting for this is about coming back to ourselves, our core identity, the light within us that we shine out, the soul essence, okay, that brings, it's who we truly are and who, that shine out into the world. We have, the sun is in Aries at the moment for this lunar eclipse. That sense of I am, and what comes up to be released at this time, we will be releasing through till the new moon solar eclipse in Aries on the 8th of April. And that is the point of rebirth, the coming back to ourselves, our sense of core identity. I am. Okay, so basically what we're releasing is all the things we're not. Okay, and in Libra it can be around relationships. Okay, so in astrology, the first house of your persona and who you are and who you project into the world is opposite the 7th house, which is ruled by Libra, which is partnerships. Okay, all sorts of partnerships, marriages, business partnerships, long-term commitment relationships. Okay, but also in the 7th house you have the descendant. Okay, so often sort of we attract relationships to us that the person has something in them that we need to bring out of ourselves. But often, you know, without doing the work, it's easier to attract it to us than it is to find it within ourselves. And sort of one of the purposes of relationships, I think, is that we can learn to bring that aspect out in ourselves. We can evolve. That sort of relationships are a mirror. Okay, so you get sort of the light side of relationships, which is all the wonderful stuff that we love around relationships, but there's always, I feel, a shadow aspect to relationships. There's your own shadow aspect, and then there's the other person's shadow aspect. And a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra is about exposing those shadow aspects, your own, and it may be where you give away your power in relationships, the unhealed parts of yourself, that, you know, turn that round, look at yourself, and find sort of the light within, the dark within yourself. Okay, all the disempowering things, all the things that stop you being in your power. These are things that you may have learned in childhood. They may have been inherited, absorbed from others. Could be family patterns coming down the ancestral lines, past life stuff that's repeating in different lives, ready to be healed. You know, eclipses are times when we do that work. Okay, and on the Aries Libra axis, it's the me versus the we. Okay, so what's going into the past is the Queen of Pentacles, the Indian henna mother. This is the energy that's moving away. So the Queen of Pentacles, she's the Earth Mother. She's the nurturer. She's fixed Earth energy, Taurus energy. So Taurus is about our love and our values, ruled by Venus, and Venus rules this lunar eclipse. Venus is in Pisces at the moment. She's very at home in Pisces, all over the place. In fact, on today, Sunday, she's making a sextile to Jupiter in Taurus. Okay, earlier in the week, she made a sextile to Uranus in Taurus. So shock, surprises, things coming up to be resolved around our self-love and our deservability, our connection to ourselves. But know that we can have the patience and take our time. There's no rush. It's all unfolding in perfect timing. The Queen of Pentacles is also the Queen of Velvet Waiting. Thank you, Gemstone Tarot, for for that. Divine timing and everything. Knowing that all the abundance and everything can only evolve and happen at the right time. When we've done the work, when we've connected back to ourselves, when we're back in our body, in our senses, accepting all parts of ourselves, loving all parts of ourselves. Okay, our foundation, what's beneath us, our grounding. We've got the Page of Swords, the sword-bearing sister. So there could be little messages coming in to show us where to look. It could be, you know, something that you hear in a song, a little email or something, something says. You might overhear something on the bus. You know, these little messages can come in from anywhere and everywhere. So it's paying attention to hear them. Okay, the message from Spirit, we've got the Strength card, the Lion and the Cobra. Okay, this is about balancing our inner power with outer power, but also our inner light and dark as well. The snake and the lion, our lion-heartedness, and the illusions and delusions, the shadow side of ourselves, finding that balance within and using it to strengthen us, moving into the star energy, new beginnings, hope, opportunity, healing, okay, completion, wishing upon a star, always setting new intentions. So what's happening in the clarifiers? So we start off, we've got the Eight of Swords here, the imprisoned bear. This is what keeps us small. This is what keeps us in conflict and chaos, limits us, that we can't break free of. It could be old mindsets, old thought patterns. They might not even be ours. You know, they're not, it could be, you know, stuff we've heard as a child from parents and things about that. And you just think about going back to sort of some of the things your parents might have said, whether it's about money or it's about relationships, or, you know, what was modelled for you, because they're likely also being modelling, you know, ancestor stuff and past life stuff, and the patterns just keep coming down the lines. Okay, and you know, if we examine these beliefs and things like that, then we can see if we actually believe them or not, or see how they keep us trapped and imprisoned, controlled. Okay, a lot of how humanity has lived has been being controlled by the powers that be. Okay, and it feels like, I definitely feel that, we are entering it, and we've entered it. These, not just our personal shadows and things like that, but the collective shadows, the collective wounds and things like that, are being brought to light so that we can examine them. We can reclaim our power back, from where we've been held and limited by ourselves, by, sort of ancestral timeline stuff, and by the powers that be. Okay, and so we often often the way that we change these patterns is we do the work on ourselves, and that's definitely what I'm getting here. Okay, next to the Eight of Swords, we've got the Death card. This is a chance for metamorphosis, to let go of those old patterns, to see them and transform them, to integrate them, reclaiming your power. Okay, and that leads to the Lovers. Okay, this, the alchemical heart, healing our heart, loving the dark and the light sides of us, loving ourselves. Ultimately, that is what we need to do to be able to then go out and have relationships with other people, filling our own cup up first, making sure we have our sense of self and knowing who we are, opposed to where we end and where others start. If we don't know that, we can never see the red flags. We can never see sort of, some red flags are blazing red, waving about. Some can be really subtle. And sort of, if we haven't examined ourselves and haven't looked at where we've got these old belief systems, the illusions and delusions and things like that, we're held by these old patterns. And Libra is about sort of your relationships. It's about the Lovers. It's about healing the alchemical heart. This is an opportunity to heal ourselves so that we can heal our relationships, separating and letting go from sort of what limits us, wherever that comes from. And that it's different for all of us. We're all at different levels, working in different ways, but always the work is to come back and do the work on yourself. Okay, so that's what's going on consciously. In the subconscious, we've got the Knight of Cups, the brother of the wild. Okay, the Knight of Cups is mutable water, which is Pisces energy. Some messages, could be messages coming in from source, from the higher powers, from your higher self. You have a love relationship with your higher self, your soul and your human body. Even before we think about sort of going out and have relationships with anybody else, and that could be friendships, business relationships, love relationships, whatever, our core relationship is to ourself. Okay, and our higher self and our soul self. Okay, calling back your wild spirit, your wild side, claiming more of your soul, running wild. I love that, there's wolves in the background here, spirit wolves and things, calling in your tribe. The layers and layers of messages coming through, it's just like, it's a big energy. Okay, then we've got the Four of Cups, the wandering mind. Okay, this is always for me not getting caught up in the mundane. Okay, seeing the bigger picture, seeing the divine, the cosmic hand coming through the clouds with the divine cup of love, of self-love, and filling yourself up, seeing the wonder in life, the amazing sort of beauty and everything of love that's when I think about the world around, I know it looks pretty dark out there at the moment, but the miracle of it all just, you know, blows my mind and takes my breath away in wonder of it all. And I know, you know, we're going through quite a dark time at the moment, but sort of the shadow is always brought up for us to examine and to connect to our deepest love, our deepest soul level. Okay, it's bringing the darkness to consciousness so that we can we can see it. When we can't see it, we don't know what's going on, we can't do anything about it. So, you know, sort of this is just, it's just being revealed everywhere. Okay. And then we've got the sacred fire, the rebirthing bonfire. So in this death and transformation, maybe it's by fire, maybe we're reigniting our fire energy, transforming ourselves with the power of fire. You may want to do, you know, a visualization or a ritual where sort of writing all the things that limit you and burning them in a flame or a bonfire or something to release them, using fire to release what has been limiting us. Then we come to the Six of Pentacles, a sacred white scale ball. Okay. And again, there's like balance in the scales. Have we got the... Yes, we have got the Justice card out. I thought we had. So, scales, justice, rebalancing things, reciprocity, the give and take in relationships, give and take between your higher self and your physical self. Okay, receiving a gift from the universe, from your higher self, because you're doing the work. Then we've got the King of Wands, the glowing white stag. Okay, the thing I'm noticing about both these cards, the Six of Pentacles, the sacred white scale ball, the King of Wands, the glowing white stag, the victory of the light over the dark, is a message, another message that I'm getting from the cards here. Also the King of Wands, cardinal fire, Aries energy. I am reclaiming yourself, cutting the cords to all the things and the people that limit you. Then with the Two of Swords here, the blind seal. Okay, so maybe the Two of Swords for me is a pause energy, pausing as we go into this full moon lunar eclipse, asking for guidance. You know, what do I need to see? What aren't I seeing? What patterns, what limitations are holding me back? So that we can purify ourselves of them. The sage, the purify other people's negative energies, cut the cords, smudge and sage, clear the energy. Okay, brings us to right into victory. This is the Six of Wands, the El Goliath hive. And look at this heart-shaped hive. The bees working together, us all working together for the greater good. Okay, justice, karmic readjustment, balancing the scales. Okay, balancing the scales for us. And as we do it for us, we do it for humanity. We do it for the collective. Okay, we connect into the wisdom of ourselves, the hermit, the inner master, doing the inner work. Keep coming back. It's all about, you know me now by now, it's all about the inner work. Okay, connecting into the light, the star within, the wisdom within, so that we can expand outwards and shed those old skins. Okay, that the last card was the expansion, the shedding snake. So we're shedding the old patterns and things. So let me just do an Art of the Sacred Wheel card and let's see what comes up for this reading. So what do we need to know for the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, happening on Monday the 25th of March 2024. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate this eclipse energy for our highest and greatest good. What do we need to know? It is that one on top. Okay, dreaming. Be open to receive a vision. Okay. As we release in the old, we make space for the new vision to come in, which with the rebirth is with the new moon solar eclipse on the 8th of April in Aries, because we come back to the I am. Okay, so that's your reading. That's your full moon lunar eclipse in Libra reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, as always, please do like, share, subscribe to the channel. You know, it lets me know that you're liking the stuff I put out, and it helps with the algorithms to get more people to see the videos. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then email me at the email address below the video somewhere in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful full moon.